Hello and welcome, you join me, ADG, and here we are for race 6 of the Wide Open Throttle Manufacturers League, and this time round we've got a half an hour race around Sardegna Road Track A2. Could I sound more enthusiastic about it? This ends up being quite a good race, and it's quite a good track actually. It's a made up track, but it actually ends up being... it lends itself to really quite good racing in a way. So, yeah, anyway, we'll go through the grid order quickly. And this, if I haven't mentioned it already, is the Group 3 race of the Group 4 and Group 3 races. So, Wilkinator is in first place with the reverse grid from race 5, the race 5 finishing results. So Wilkinator unfortunately finished right at the back, but does have the opportunity to finish start in pole this time round. Robo Sahud is in second, Angus McCoat up in third, Dark Smoker is in fourth. Dark Smoker, a really good commentator on YouTube. Go check him out if you haven't done already. It's pretty much Dark Smoker on YouTube. If you need to search it. Diablo in 5th, Street Boy in 6th, we've got Chris74 Mac in 7th, 8th is Wrecked Paul, 9th is Ginger Crackhead, GT Deli B takes up 10th position, ADG123 is in 11th, Munguinho in 12th, 13th is Cafe Del Mar, and then we've got ADX Dawson in 14th, winner of race 5. Go check out race 5, it's the last video on my YouTube channel if you haven't done already. And give us a like and subscribe if you haven't done already as well whilst I'm at it. Greatly appreciated. Anyway, we'll get on with this one. And I'm going to jump on board with roughly halfway through. Where do we... I'm going to go Street Boy. Not Street Boy, sorry. Wreck Paul. And off we go. Rolling start in this one. So we've got a half an hour race and away we go. Some really good drivers in this league, so bear that in mind. Some good moves and good racing going on. Let's watch the action. So Chris having a little bit of a moment through the first corner on the first lap, allows Wreck Paul just to come through straight away up into 7th. Bit of a moment between Street Boy and Diablo as they touch doors in front. And slow down Wreck Paul a little bit. So Diablo crashes into the wall. Ginger Crackhead manages to get through. But then it all kind of bunches up into here. Everyone gets hit. And it all concertina effect. Once one person gets hit, the guy behind hits them, and then the guy behind them hits them, and because just not expecting it to a car to be stopped on the track pretty much. So through that there's been a bit of contact all the way back. Then we'll watch Munguinho having a big moment, hitting the wall and dropping right to the back, but then Ginger Crackhead, this looks like he's had a bit of an incident with Diablo, and then they both drop back as well. So Munguinho instantly gains 2 positions after losing out a little bit. Wrecked Paul gets hit a little bit, spins off after being hit, so not necessarily Munguinho's fault. Cafe Del Mar in 10th, trying to get it going in this race so far. You see me in 9th at the moment, trying to keep it nice and clean and just gain some positions. But it's all very exciting stuff. Ginger Crackhead right behind as well, looking for any opportunity that arises in front of him. Jump further forward. Dawson started right at the back and now we're up into 6th position already after lap 1. Oh, but then catches the wall, and Dark Smoker behind as well catches the wall. So Dark Smoker, it's a really tricky corner. Is that if you go too wide basically on the exit, you're going to hit the wall, and as soon as you do that, it pretty much stops you dead. So Dark Smoker's just done that and dropped back unfortunately. Started towards the top, the Dark Smoker, so that's a bit unlucky to be so far back already, but that's the way it goes after hitting a wall like that. Cafe Del Mar right on the back of me, going into the Dark Smoker, getting it wrong, going into the barriers behind. Got Chris 74 Mark on the back of Dawson now. The Wilkinator started in first place, but now down into 5th. Dropped a fair few positions. Robust the Hood actually making good at the moment in first. Check him out, see what's going on. Angus in second, not far behind him. Street Boy in third, doing a good job, these guys. Already having a good race. Securing that those podium positions early on with a nice gap to GT Delhi being 4th as well. Let's see if they can keep it that way though. It's not the easiest of tracks. Wilkinator is in 5th, battling off Dawson side by side at the moment though. Dawson just about manages to get it done before the braking zone, so manages to take the racing line in front of Wilkinator and get the ultimate speed through the first corner. Allows him to stay ahead into the braking zone for T2. And there we go, good move there from Dawson, secured it nicely. Not just getting past, but securing it as well afterwards. Chris 74 Mac watching all this action going on ahead between Wilkinator and Dawson. Looks like he's got his opportunity as well to try and get past the Wilkinator now, does Chris. Let's see what he does. But me right behind Chris as well, looking for any opportunity as well. Good action so far on this track. Robert Hood doing a good job, still in first position. Street Boy in second, Angus McCobe still in third. Good race from those boys so far. Chris doing a good job of sticking behind the Wilkinator and getting closer and closer, drifting it through there. Nice car control there from Chris. Didn't look like it actually affected his time too much either. Oh, I watched me catching the curb a little bit too much through there, so dropped off the back of Chris a little bit. And we'll see what else is going on. Dawson pulling away a little bit now, trying to get back onto the pack in front. And it looks like he's doing a good job of closing that gap. Angus McCobe and GT Delhi going side by side. GT Delhi up into third, taking third off Angus. Oh, but Delhi hits the wall. So Angus back up into third after Delhi now drops into 8th after hitting the wall there. So that's an unfortunate one for Delhi. He drops down even further now. Munguinho gets through on him as well. And it looks like Ginger Crackhead's passed him as well. So really bad one for Delhi. That's the problem when it's this close to race. As soon as you have a big moment like that, you drop back a lot of positions. If the gap was a lot bigger between everyone, then it wouldn't matter so much, but everyone's pretty close together at this point. Robert's doing a really good job of leading out from Street Boy. Street Boy's already had a fair few wins in this championship and he's our current championship leader. So doing a really good job of just getting consistent results race after race as Street Boy, and had a few race wins as well along the way. So he's catching up to Roberts by the look of it as well. Dawson up into third now. He's got past Angus. Chris in 5th now, and the Wilkinator just in front of me in 6th. Me in 7th. Chris having a good race this time round, showing more of what he can actually do. Touched upon that in the race 5 replay. What I personally think of Chris is a really good racer. Whoa, that was close though. Saw the Wilkinator just skimming the wall behind him. Oh, what's happened here? Dawson's up into first. Dawson spins it though as we join him. And then Street Boy gains first, inherits first. Robert Hood's had a big moment. Dropped down into 4th from first position. Still not going too badly though. Regaining some kind of speed as he gets going again. Angus McCourt up in 2nd now. Chris in 3rd. So it's all changing. It can change at any moment on this track. It's a bit of a tricky track. There's a couple of really tricky braking zones. I've managed to gain a position somewhere along the way there, and I'm up into 6th now. GT Delhi B leading a massive train behind him in 7th. Cafe Del Mar in 8th. We've got Ginger Crackhead challenging Cafe Del Mar with Dawson side by side with him. Dawson dropping back after that big spin we just saw him have. And he was in 1st place when that happened, so similar to race 1 in a way. He had an early incident, but it doesn't stop Dawson. Dawson and Ginger going side by side. Dawson on the outside, got the inside for the next one. Gets the line nice, yes, takes the chance off Ginger Crackhead there for 9th. Good move there from Dawson. Ginger Crackhead's no slouch as well, so I know that was a good move from Dawson. Munguinho battling away in the VW Beetle against Diablo and Dark Smoke in 13th. So there's still action going on all the way through the field here. I feel like I don't know who to watch really, because there's literally anyone. Oh, another incident. What's that? Cafe Del Mar spinning. Catches Dawson a little bit. Ginger Crackhead goes down the inside. Oh, Ginger Crackhead loses a little bit on the exit there. Bit of oversteer, and Dawson maintains 8th position. Exciting stuff is this. Even though we're not right at the top of the field, it's still good, close, clean racing. Ginger Crackhead just being a bit too enthusiastic on the throttle and causing his own little issue there. Munguinho and Dark Smoke are close, bumper to bumper through that corner then, in the background. Anyway, we'll jump up front. We've watched really good action going on throughout the field though. Look, it's split up a little bit at the front, so it's not quite as close. I've now got myself up into 4th. I've missed all the overtakes I've managed to do that, but never mind. Got myself up into 4th, past Angus now and the Wilkinator. Angus in 5th, the Wilkinator in 6th. Robus holding 3rd position, challenging Chris at the moment. Nope, sorry, he's not. It's me and Robus. Chris has managed to gain a nice gap away from Robus at the moment. Street Boys pulled away, he's got control of this race now as well. With a nice gap to Chris in 2nd. Watch me, Robus and Angus go through that first corner very nicely there, not risking it too much either if you notice, not going too close to that exit barrier. GT Delhi having a good race up in 6th. The Wilkinator dropping back slowly but surely from his starting position at 1st, but not doing too bad a job, maintaining 7th position at the moment. Diablo has a really good overtake on this lap, I forgot about that, I need to go watch that really. Or is it here? I think it happens sometime here actually. We'll go on board with him. 3 wide in front of him. Watch this. This is it. So he taps Dawson to make Dawson pass him. And then look at Diablo's line here. Just goes around the outside. Doesn't actually hit the barrier. And almost gets 3 positions in 1 there. So he managed to overtake 2 people. I'm going to go back and watch that from the outside. So watch this from Diablo. Taps Dawson because he had nowhere to go. He was pretty wide in front of him, so he had to hit one of them. And then follows Dawson through on the outside line. Nearly gets it too late on the brakes, goes into the side of Dawson, but Dawson got it a bit late as well. But Diablo taking 2 positions in 1 corner there, round the outside, so brilliant move there from Diablo, and worth going back and watching that, because really, really well executed. Was a bit hairy on the brakes into the next one, and nearly went into the side of Dawson, but luckily gathered it all up, and he made 2 positions into 1 corner there, the Diablo, so really good. Cafe Del Mar and Ginger Crackhead must be thinking, how does that work out? We're 3 wide with Dawson and then we end up dropping back. So it turns out the theme over the two races, race 5 and 6, where guest driver ADX Dawson, which has had particularly good races, has been 3 wide, and it's actually made quite a lot of difference to the race. Oh, Angus up front having a big mistake, losing a lot of time there, Angus. So dropping right back, gets swamped by everyone and drops back into 11th. Let's actually go back and see what happened there for Angus. Oh, it looks like a moment with GT Deli B. So he's in 5th position when it happens. Coming through here. No problems through that first corner. Braking zone for the second one. GT Deli B down the inside. Nope. No, he just lost it on the exit. Oh, and then collected Deli B. Oh, Deli B's a victim of that. So Angus letting Deli B get going again. That's why it took him so long to get going there, and he got swamped by absolutely everyone. So another big moment there that makes a hell of a difference. So Deli B losing out a bit of that time round as well. Quite a lot, should I say, not just a bit. So exciting stuff, and there's all sorts of action going on here. If you actually go on board with someone in particular, it's good close stuff as well. Haven't even done that yet, and their chance. We'll go through the order quickly. I haven't quite done that for a while. So Street Boy in 1st position, with not that big a gap to Chris 74. Matt really pushing through this race, having a really good race, and finds himself in 2nd position, chasing the leader now. So credit to Chris, absolutely storming in that Group 3 Aston Martin. Got me in 3rd position, miles away from the back of Chris though. He's pulled the right lead away, and Robert's the hood behind. Robert's going a little bit wide then, but not having too big a problem. 2 seconds down on his fastest lap though, and there's no tyre wear on, so he's had a bit of an issue on that lap. Oh, and then he goes into the wall. So Roberts unfortunately slowing right down, doesn't lose a position because of it, but he'll have Dawson on his back bumper in a second because of that. Gives me breathing room as well. As you can see, it's one of those tracks where mistakes can happen at any moment really. Street Boy going a little bit deep there, just about gathered it up on the brakes, keeps it going in 1st. Lost a little bit more time to Chris behind though. Roberts getting overtaken by Dawson, as Dawson just gets the drive out of the corner there and manages to pull through into 4th. Someone in the background has spun, I'm not sure who that was. Diablo doing a good job in this race now, up into 7th. Ginger Crackhead in 8th. Munguinho in 9th. That Smoker, I think it was the person having a bit of a moment then. It looked like a red car, and it's about the only car with red on it in the field. So that Smoker, or was it? Sorry, it might have been the Wilkinator actually. I think it might have been the Wilkinator. Started in 1st and finds himself in 13th. Jumped in this lobby, maybe thinking that it might be easy, but there's some really competent drivers in this. Well, everyone's a competent driver in this field. Some cars are faster than others. That's probably the best explanation of why some people are further ahead than others. Cafe Del Mar going a little bit wide on the exit, giving Angus McCourt a bit of hope behind him for catching him up down the straight. So let's stick with the action anyway. We've still got GT Deli B and Roberts side by side by the look of it. Roberts hitting the wall again on the exit of T1, so dropping back again unfortunately, and Diablo and GT Deli B make the most of that. Ginger Crackhead, Roberts' brother, also makes the most of that and gets through up into 7th. Roberts down into 8th. Not himself, Roberts, at the moment, I must say. Really good racer is Roberts when he's at his best, but doesn't seem to be quite have that magic that he's had in the past at the moment. Hope he doesn't mind me saying so. And I hope he, whatever he's doing wrong, he manages to sort it out and regain that magic soon, because he's always a good racer to drive against. When he's at his best, that is. Cafe Del Mar in 10th, 11th, Angus Makoto. Wilkinator in 12th. So let's just stick with the action now. Let's find what's going on and just watch that for a little bit. Dawson with the fastest lap in this second race so far. More than halfway through now. And Dawson's putting a 1:39.840. So really quick lap from Dawson. Faster than anyone else at this point in time. Unfortunately, he's doing that behind me, so he's catching me up. Taking quite a lot of time out of me each lap. GT Deli and Diablo sticking in the slipstream of each other. What's happened there? I think I've had a bit of a moment as Dawson got through. Dawson's up into third. So I've had a little moment through T1. Easy to do, so easy to do. And I've lost out this time round. Dawson getting through into third. And now I've got GT Deli B behind me. We've got on board. We haven't been on board with anyone for a long time. See Diablo all over in the mirrors. Oh, especially after going on grass. So Diablo's going to come through up into 5th. GT Deli keeps it nice and calm and just keeps it going on the grass, keeps the momentum going, gets back on track. Probably bears in mind that he's got dirty tyres as well into the last couple of corners. Does a good job of keeping it nice and neat and tidy. Loses a position, but does his best not to lose too much time. Oh no! See Chris hitting the wall there. I'll lose him a little bit of time to Dawson. It's quite a big gap, so it's nothing to worry about at the moment, but Dawson is a quick guy, so you don't want to be losing any time to him if you're in front of him. See what else is going on towards the back. There was a really good battle going on towards at the beginning of the race. Get my words out eventually. Not that much going on at the moment. Few retirees, so there's only 11 people racing now in this race. And Angus McCope unfortunately finds himself right at the back. Wilkinator is in 10th. Capidel Mar in 9th. That Smoker in 8th. Seems to be really enjoying these races, does That Smoker. It's a good championship and it's unpredictable as well. Everyone's pushing so hard against each other. There's not a lot of contact, if you notice, really, between the cars. Bit of unfortunate bunching up every now and again, but other than that, there's not a lot of contact going on when there's overtakes. It's good, clean stuff. Obviously you will get a bit of contact from time to time, it's just the nature of racing, but so long as it's not unnecessary or malicious. Diablo and Deli in the same car, and Diablo is just trying to close it in on GT Deli B at the moment. Doing a reasonable job of it by the look of it as well. It's well and truly in his slipstream. Probably broke a little bit too early there, the Diablo. Had too much grip and almost turned into the wall. Lost his line a little bit through there, so dropped off the back of Deli, with Deli taking a little bit of a neater line through that section. Closes back up on the brakes into the last corner though. It's a tricky corner, is that last corner. You can carry quite a lot of speed through it if you get it right, but if you get it wrong carrying a lot of speed, you're off, so it's a tricky one in that regard. So Dawson is now up in second. I missed the overtake, but he's just got past Chris, and Chris is now in third. The most difficult corner on the track is that, in my opinion, the one that Chris just went through then, and Dawson obviously. Really tricky corner to get right, but carry a lot of speed through as well. So it looks like I'm closing in a little bit on the podium again, but nothing close at the moment. I've got the opportunity to try and get in Chris's slipstream if I drive well enough at this point. GT Deli in 5th, doing a good job. Just trying to stick in my slipstream in front. And Diablo doing the same. And I think because of the slipstream, we're all probably slowly catching on Street Boy. And certainly maybe even Dawson as well, because he's running around without a slipstream. GT Deli getting a lot better run out of that last corner than me, and now has the run with the slipstream. Pulls right in behind me and goes for the outside line, interestingly. Just confident that he's got the drive to get past me before the first corner. I'm not silly enough to go side by side through that first corner. I'm silly enough to go side by side in a lot of places, but not through there. Jumped back actually, because Diablo just hit the wall by the look of it then. He had the opportunity to try and gain as well and follow Deli B through, but unfortunately got it wrong into T1 and hit the wall. So dropped back quite a lot. Ginger Crackhead now got a little bit of hope with someone to chase in front of him as well. Good racing going on though. That Smoker going well. Jump back up, see where the action's at. Don't like it when I'm involved in the action all the time, because it feels like I'm just watching my own race, but sometimes it is the best of the action to watch. Trying to keep with Deli now. Chris is doing a really good job of sticking with Dawson, it's worth mentioning. It's not easy to stick with Dawson once he's got past you, and he's doing a very reasonable job of doing so, is Chris. I didn't, when that lap, when Deli got past, a lap or two ago, got past me, I didn't really feel like I got the last corner that wrong. I didn't carry as much speed as I possibly could have done, but I didn't feel like I got it that wrong, and Deli just absolutely flew out of there, so it was a really good corner for Deli to even make that overtake work. I could understand if I hit the wall or did something massively wrong, but I didn't. So really good exit out of that last corner for Deli to get past me into 4th in the first place. Really good move. Street Boy just controlling this race from first position now. Got a nice gap behind him, just needs to keep it clean, and there's only a couple of laps to go, so should be able to maintain that first place till the end now. Dawson is catching behind, but It's not long to go, so he's only got to keep it going for a few more laps and it should be alright. Dawson doing 39s consistently though. Look how consistent those lap times are actually. The only inconsistent ones are the ones where it's gone quicker again. And that's the inconsistency you don't mind. Chris cutting the grass a little bit there. Having an absolute stormer in this race is Chris. Really, this is exactly what I mentioned in race 5. On the right track in the right car, he's unbeatable. He's I know he isn't actually in first place, but to catch him up, it almost seems impossible. So full credit to Chris, doing a really good job in third. GT Deli's pushing behind to catch up. I know he is, because I'm pushing to catch Deli up and I'm not making any progress, so is there anything else close going on? Diablo's got Ginger Crackhead not far behind him, but a bit of a gap. Nothing to worry about for Diablo at the moment. Coming towards the last couple of minutes. Dark Smoker's still going well. Not that many people left in this race really, with 11 of us. I think there was 14 that started. Not everyone's cup of tea this track though. Completely understand, especially if you haven't managed to get any practice in. We'll go on board with Dawson, as he does seem to be catching Street Boy. This is pretty much going to be the last lap now. Make sure everyone gets through that first corner alright, yeah. Street Boy going a little bit wide on the exit. Dawson's actually catching him. Good, nice, tight to the barrier line there from Dawson. Keeps the power down nice and early through there. Keeps it nice and controlled on the brakes. Turns in very early, but gets a good exit. Can he do it? Putting the leader under pressure on the last lap. So Street Boy's really going to be feeling this. He's had a good gap for a long time in this race, and all of a sudden he's under pressure and he's only got a few corners to go. Can he manage to maintain the pressure from behind? Really good finish here from Dawson as well. Pushing this hard on the last couple of laps to challenge for first. Not quite managing to make it work out the last corner, but does it? He's got the slipstream. Can he get the run to the line? Can it? Pulls out at the last moment. I think Street Boy's done enough. Yeah, Street Boy just did enough there. So well done to those guys. Congratulations, good race. GT Deliby coming over the line in third in the end. Chris in fourth. ADG in fifth. Got Diablo now in sixth, coming over the line. Really good race this one. I really enjoyed it anyway, personally. Sixth is Diablo. Cafe Del Mar in seventh in the end in the Audi R8. Dark Smoker in 8th in the AMG. The Wilkinator in 9th. Ginger Crackhead in 10th. Bit of an issue towards the end by the look of it, dropping back. And Angus McCote coming over the line without any failure because there's no one to challenge him in 11th. Thank you very much for watching. That's pretty much all from me. I've been ADG, and yeah, feel free and please, in fact I'm going to plea a little bit, please hit that like button. It helps me out massively with YouTube, so you might not understand how, but it does. So take care, see you again soon, and adios.